Okay, sorry, Jay, you put the book aside first. Okay, I want to test you. Okay, so Jay, you can see the slides on the screen, right? All right. So this is a blank slide. I'm just going to draw out the plant. So the most important parts of the plant, I will kind of draw it out. Okay. So these are the important parts of the plant that you need to know. Okay. Let's start from the bottommost part. Jay, can you tell me what part of the plant is this?
Roots.
Fantastic. Okay, so you need to know for P4, I believe you got learn the function of the roots. Okay, so on top of your head, can you recall what the teacher teach about the roots? What is so important about the roots?
It absorbs water and mineral salts
From where?
from the ground.
Good. So absorb water and mineral salts. What is the other function?
It holds the plant firmly to the ground.
Very good. So holds plant firmly to ground. Another word, not sure whether you have heard of it before, is anchors the plant. Okay? So if you haven't learned that word before, today you can learn anchor means hold the plant firmly to the ground. Okay? Now, I'm going to draw these tiny, tiny things. Do you know what are these small things that I have drawn? What is this small thing? It's
Roots.
part of the root. What?
Root hair.
Very good. Now, do you know why the root need to have root hair? Why can't just be one long root like that? Why need to have many, many, many small, small hair? Okay, I ask you, you help me look at something. If I compare one root like that versus, so root A versus root B, which one do you think can take in more water? A or B?
B.
Why?
Because it got many parts.
Many parts. Okay, scientifically, the word to use is it has a larger exposed what? Exposed what?
Surface area.
Very good. So the root hair actually increases the exposed surface area of the roots so the plant can take in more what?
Water and
And
mineral salts.
good. So please remember that. Okay? I'm not asking you to copy anything because all this is found in the PSLE sketchbook. So later when you download the notes or you open your book, you will see all this. Okay, now let's move on to the easy one. Okay? I'm gonna color this. Okay, this red color pretty thing, what is it?
The flower.
Very good. So for flower, you don't need to know much for now. Okay, later part in the year, we will learn more about the flower. Okay, but for now, all you need to know about the flower is that it is the reproductive part of the plant. What does the flower do for the plant?
Mhm.
The flower very pretty, right? So what does it do? Tracks what? You always see the bee near the flower, right? So what does it do? It attracts insects and animals. Okay? Why do we need insects and animals? So you will learn that insects and animals help with the reproduction of the plant. We will learn that in the later topics in P5. So please bear that in mind. Okay? Now, do you know the flower eventually turns into what part of the plant?
The fruit.
Very good. So the flower, after it is pollinated and fertilized, okay, you will learn pollination and fertilization when you learn plant reproduction. It turns into the fruit. Okay, so my fruit here also not very important for now. Okay, it's basically what the flower was before. And inside the fruit, what can I find?
The seed.
Yeah. Easy. Okay, now let's go to the more important part, the green color one. What is this?
The leaves.
Good. So I'm only pointing to one leaf, so remember it's singular. If the exam point to many leaves, then you spell it plural. Okay? Now the leaf, you need to know 3 functions. All right? What do you remember about the leaf? What does it do?
It makes food for the plant.
How does it make food? It traps what? Important.
It traps sunlight.
Very good. Traps light to make food. Can I further ask you, do you know what is the thing about the plant that traps light? Starts with C. Claw. The green color part of the plant. The green color part of the leaf. Do you know what's its name?
I know the word, but I forgot.
Coral.
Daddy is helping. Chlorophyll.
Chlorophyll.
Yes, so it contains chlorophyll. That's the green color pigment in the leaves that traps light to make food. Okay, so it's the green thing that allows it to make food. Now, the process of making food, what is it called scientifically? It starts with P.
Photosynthesis.
Good. Now, I'm going to ask you something, okay? Do you know what is the chemical equation for photosynthesis? Or simply put, do you know what is the ingredients needed for photosynthesis and what is produced during photosynthesis? I want you to try. So there are 4 important things that is needed for photosynthesis. You already know one, right? Chlorophyll, right?
Right.
Okay, so that's 1. I need 1 more. I need 3 more actually. So what are the 3 things that is needed for photosynthesis? Don't need to rush. Think carefully. What do plants need to make food? In the dark, can the plants make food?
Mm.
So what do they need?
Sunlight.
Is it sunlight or just light? Light also okay, right? I know teacher always say sunlight, but please remember, as long as there is light, even under the lamp, the plant can make food. Okay, what are the other 2 things that's needed for photosynthesis? What is the gas that is needed for photosynthesis? You should have learned this in P4. What is the gas needed for photosynthesis? Is it oxygen? Well, yeah, you said what? Well, what? What do you want to say? Just try. Don't need to be shy. There's only me and you.
Oxygen.
Oxygen is needed for photosynthesis. What is needed for photosynthesis?
Warmth.
No. Warmth is for a seed to grow. So what is the other gas apart from oxygen that you know about?
Carbon dioxide.
So please remember, for photosynthesis, the plant needs carbon dioxide. Okay, I will help you with the next one, water. I need you to remember this very carefully. Okay? In fact, can you take out your PSLE sketchbook? Do you have it? I think this is on page 28. You try and find the page. Mine might be the old one. Have you found the page? It's under plant transport system. The second page under plant transport system. Yes, you got it. I saw. Next to leaves, can you write down, draw an arrow out of photosynthesis? Jay.
This is the actual book, so you want him to draw on the book?
Yeah, no issues. In pencil if you want. I just want him to write down the chemical formula.
You use a pencil.
So, yeah, use pencil. Jay, you draw an arrow out of photosynthesis and copy down carbon dioxide plus water. Draw an arrow. On top of the arrow, you write chlorophyll. Below the arrow, you write sunlight. So what does this mean? Carbon dioxide and water. Jay, are you listening? Listen first. Carbon dioxide and water in the presence of chlorophyll and sunlight. Okay, what does it produce? You copy first, then I ask you. Okay, what does it produce, Jay? Try. So photosynthesis is the process of making food, right? So what is produced?
Oxygen.
Okay, oxygen is one of them. What is the main thing that is produced? Photosynthesis is making food. So what is produced? Food. Okay? Another, your teacher might say sugar. Okay, the food is in the form of sugar. All right? So please remember this, it is very important. This takes place in the leaf because there's chlorophyll in the leaf. Carbon dioxide plus water in the presence of light and chlorophyll. I have food. I give out oxygen. Clear? So that is the first function of the leaf. Now, can you close your book now after you have finished copying? Okay, so what else does the leaf do based on your recollection? My students usually struggle with these two.
Exchange gases.
Good. Allow exchange of gases between the plant and surroundings. I always tell my students, you cannot just say exchange gases. You must say between where and where. So between the plant and surroundings. So if you look at the process of photosynthesis, right, Jay, you notice that the plant takes in carbon dioxide, correct or not? And it gives out oxygen. So basically the leaves are where carbon dioxide enter and oxygen exits. Make sense? What else does the leaf also do? Do the plants need to breathe like human beings? So in breathing, what gas do you take in? What gas do you give out? When you breathe. Okay, you take in oxygen, what do you give out?
Carbon dioxide.
So at the same time, during photosynthesis, the plant also undergoes respiration. Okay, breathing is like respiration. So respiration is take in oxygen and give out carbon dioxide. So all this happens in the leaves. Now the third one, do you know what else happens at the leaf? What is lost through the leaves? Okay, I will help you, okay? Water is lost through the leaves as water vapor. So this is like the plant sweating. This is very important. I will look into this later. So please remember this. Water is lost through the leaves. This process is known as transpiration. Can you say the word for me? Transpiration. Try.
Transpiration.
Very good. So all these, okay, the gases and the water, they are lost through tiny openings at the bottom of the leaf, known as